Hello, good morning, and welcome to our tutorial, Multidisciplinary Approaches to Copyright and Generative AI. I'm Archer, and today I'll be working with Zhicheng, Zipeng, and Wenbin from Florida International University as we dive into this tutorial on a new and exciting subject. Within the past few years, as generative AI has skyrocketed to the forefront of public attention, we've seen several high-profile cases involving copyright violations, from cases against key players like OpenAI and Google, to simple prompting of many AI tools today shows that it's not very hard to get these models to generate what appears to be copyright-protected content. However, with this comes a crucial question. Whose responsibility is it for these copyright violations? While some AI tools today have included things in their terms of service trying to prevent users from generating copyrighted content, we've also seen many cases where this behavior will emerge from the models themselves, with some AI developers even claiming that it's impossible to create AI without copyrighted material. However, the problem goes beyond just using copyrighted material to train AI, as AI violations often occur in a space of memorization, where generated images will appear almost identical to things coming up in the training set. This has been shown to be a behavior across a large variety of popular models, indicating it as a crucial subject for further attention. But plagiarism and copyright violations aren't always easy to catch. For example, there's a lot of non-verbatim forms that copyright violation can take, where instead of directly replicating a certain image or piece of text, it'll still draw heavily from that copyrighted material, which depends on many factors important in the model's development process. When we're analyzing what counts as a violation or not, this requires not just an understanding of how AI is developed, but an understanding of copyright law as well, and the 4 pillars of fair use used to assess copyright violation today. Each of these pillars, when applied in the context of AI, brings its own questions. How transformative is it for an AI model to take in certain data and produce a near-exact copy of an output? What parts may be counted as facts which are free to take, and what parts are more expressive aspects where developers should work to stay away from their models replicating? And furthermore, how do we assess and prevent these violations in a context where data is not always transparent and where AI development is highly complex? There's a lot of ambiguous cases that show that applying copyright to AI is not always so simple. While there's past legal precedent with things like application programming interfaces, web scrapers for Google searches, or even abridged story versions for children, none of them quite line up with the cases that we're facing today with AI. AI violations are often ambiguous, combining low-level transformations such as copying of specific strings of words with much more high-level concepts like themes and storylines, making it difficult to detect, analyze, and prevent. Furthermore, the complexity of the AI supply chain means that today we need strategies for preventing copyright violation at all levels, from data creation to dataset collection and curation to the training and eventual deployment of AI models. Which is why today we present a few key goals for our presentation: how to identify copyright issues, how to protect IP-protected works from being used in AI systems, and how to design AI models in an ethical way that prevents generating content in violation of copyright. To do so, we introduce a special taxonomy, which will guide the rest of our research, beginning with detection and evaluation, where we look at first detecting individual violations, then evaluating broader model performance. We then look at how creators can protect their work through methods like watermarking, fingerprinting, cryptographic approaches, and synthetic data. We then go to methods for preventing infringement, such as deduplication, deterring style transfer, regression, optimization, and machine unlearning, before lastly looking at this from a regulatory perspective, including things like data source transparency, AI system audits, and different legal or compensation frameworks that can create a fairer ecosystem when it comes to creativity, copyright, and generative AI. Our tutorial today thus guides us through a roadmap of 5 key questions. How do we identify where AI is violating copyright? What can creators do to protect their works from being infringed? What can developers do to protect their models from infringing on copyright? How can regulations and policies best supplement these efforts? And lastly, where should researchers look to next? And what tools and resources can help them do so? We hope you'll join us in exploring these key questions and looking towards resolving the key issues in copyright and generative AI. Thank you.